I'm hoping for much better luck this time. Because the last time we tried to record like this, I feel like people who get struck by lightning, attacked by bears or sharks, mauled by a cougar driving a 67 Chevelle, the odds that it happens twice in their lifetime, very slim.
Okay.
So, fingers crossed. Regardless, either way, can you reach that kit we bought?
Yes.
Just in case. This will be our last resort.
If anything happens, we've
make
at least got this one.
To make it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Because...
It's called Slime. In case anybody's curious, it made me think of Slimer. What's his name from Ghostbusters?
It's kind of funny because now we are limited to a specific speed because of the spare tire. A compact spare that is collapsible. It's kind of weird how it works.
Yeah, it was kind of cool watching it inflate though.
We are restricted to that speed, and we have been doing this speed for a few hours, and we have a few more hours to go.
And we did a few hours yesterday.
And it's the exact same speed that I was like, man, if Canada is this speed, I don't want to drive through it.
That is funny. You were worried this was the speed the whole way through Canada once we first got in after crossing over on the way to Winnipeg.
I was like, man, this is going to be brutal. Come to find out, people in Canada, they drive really fast.
There's that. Also, they don't understand what flashing hazards mean, and they want to flip you off and then honk at you as they go around you.
I think it's just rude people. There's rude people everywhere.
I wonder if those are, what is it? Expats? Isn't that what it's called when an American moves to another country?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the case. What do you need? This?
Yeah. You got to think. The people there could be from here.
Yeah.
This little town here is weird.
Is this a town? There's nobody in it. Yeah.
This looks like...
It used to be an oil town, I bet, because it's called Oilmont.
It looks like one of those places that they set off an atom bomb.
Yeah.
They make a fake...
It really does.
But we're literally about to cross these railroad tracks and hang a left. What does that say right there?
Kevin. We're going into Kevin. Hopefully that's the only time that ever gets said in life. Oh, this is a family channel, ma'am. Town of Kevin welcomes you. We gotta swing wide.
I'm kind of let down that the town of Kevin, Montana looks like this.
No, this isn't the town of Kevin. Kevin is this way. This is Oilmont.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. This is Oilmont.
No, I think we're in Kevin right now.
Now we are. If I put my finger in your nose, I'm also in Kevin. Does that count?
It's like between.
Ah, yes.
I bet you it's not very.
Not much. But this does make me think of that, I don't remember what movie it is. I want to say it's one of the Hulk movies where they were in a town like that, and then there was like an explosion. I think that's what movie it was.
That joke is so
now
sketchy.
I can't remember. I don't remember what movie that is.
This is wild out here.
Yeah.
Why is this speed limit 35?
In case there are running cows, maybe?
Tumbleweed come out?
Tumbleweed? But that's plateaus over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think aren't those created when like a meteor hit here at some point and like flattened out this part?
I think that's when Superman got here.
Oh, that makes more sense.
When he landed here from Krypton.
Entering
the Porsche
wheeled motorized restriction area.
GPS says 70.
Federal lands. Okay.
Sign said 35.
Yeah. Why does that say entering wheeled motorized restriction area, federal lands?
If you get caught doing 70 and 35, now you're a super speeder.
You're missing the point of federal lands.
Are we on federal land now?
That's what it said back there.
Technically, we're always on federal land.
Technically, we're always on federal land.
Think about that.
But it says entering federal land, and that was on this side of whatever this fence is, not in there. So maybe in there is federal land.
We're not going in there.
No, we're not.
I would be willing to bet that a large portion of Montana is national forest.
I thought you were gonna say federal land because
that's
past a ton of oil drilling things.
Well, that's federally owned. National forest is federally owned. Are we in a national forest right now?
I'm trying to figure out what's happening here.
No, we because we would have had to show us a pass or something.
It doesn't tell me what this is.
So
This
when we
whole
left,
area.
when we left the United States, we drove through North Dakota, and it was flat. We come back, we're in Montana, still relatively flat, but at least we get some visual of what's up, kids.
It's like a movie.
What movie does it feel like?
I don't know. But it feels
This
like
feels like, I tell you what, this feels like the
it feels
the
familiar.
first of the new
Oh,
Indiana Jones
no,
movies
we watched it.
with Shia LaBeouf.
Kind of.
We watched-
Kind of. You're thinking of a scary movie, aren't you, kid?
Yeah, we watched
Yeah.
the movie and there were mannequins in it.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
that's one of the
that.
things I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, what movie is that?
I don't know.
I can't remember the name of it.
There's mannequins, but like they don't seem like they're actually mannequins.
Yeah.
And you think they move.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about Suburban.
I don't know, but she knows
What
what
was
I'm
it?
talking
I
about.
know what you're talking about.
Because this is what it feels like.
Yep.
But then you start talking about mannequins. I'm thinking about I Am Legend, but this doesn't look like I Am
here.
Legend.
In the movie, they're in like the kitchen area and there's mannequins.
Well, remember there's the two trailers
And then but,
and they
like,
blow
this
up one of
person-
the things.
It's the movie where like this person's chasing them and they get into the town with the mannequins and
Yeah.
it's abandoned.
It's along the lines of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's
Yeah,
different.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
good. Good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All good things.
All good
I
things.
feel like I should have seen some videos.
Public Lands 101, managed by federal government, constitutes about 30% of Montana's land mass. I can't tell what this is over here.
32% of Montana is owned by the federal government.
Yep.
Government.
Government.
That's like Wahlburger. Every burger's got government cheese on it.
Government cheese. I thought it was great.
Now, let's do a little bit of a recap, okay?
All right, I'm ready.
How did we get here?
Car.
See if you can remember how we got here.
Okay, so we started in Florida, went to Atlanta, went to Pigeon Forge, went to Nashville, went to St. Louis, went to Chicago, went to Fargo?
Nope, Bloomington.
Nope. Bloomington, and then Fargo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bloomington, then Fargo, then Winnipeg, then... Hold on, don't do it. Winnipeg, then
It's
Regina, but then went to Moose
Did you
Jaw,
hear the
but
tire
then went
shop
to...
guy? He goes, the tire shop guy goes, oh, you stayed in the city that rhymes with fun.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Because I said it sounds like that. So,
It's a terrible place.
Regina,
I'm not gonna
Moose
say
Jaw.
it's energy draining. So we left. Anyway,
Yeah.
Carry on.
So Regina to Moose Jaw, which is my favorite place so far, besides Chicago. And then to...
Yeah,
Medicine Hat.
I was surprised to hear the kid say Moose Jaw was her favorite,
Mhm.
or she would
No,
or she would
after
go back
Chicago.
to Moose Jaw.
Yeah, we would both go back to Moose Jaw.
Did you look up Halloween in Moose Jaw yet?
Yeah.
No, they don't do much.
I mean,
I figured they wouldn't because I don't know if Halloween is a Canadian thing.
All right, so after Moose Jaw,
That's really pretty. Take a
we
picture.
went
bud.
to
That's creepy.
Medicine Hat,
Mhm.
and then from Medicine Hat
Here.
here.
Mhm.
Many miles, many kilometers.
Mhm.
And we still have 12 days.
Mhm.
12 days, sort of, that we can keep roaming about the country.
Before we get back to Atlanta, and then we have a couple more days after that before we have to get home. Mhm.
So it's been very fun,
Mhm.
very interesting.
Oh, Ghost Town.
This is called Ghost Town?
No, is it the movie Ghost Town?
Oh, I don't
No.
know. I've never seen it. I
I
don't
found
know
it.
what movie y'all are talking about.
I don't remember. We'll talk about it later because I don't remember. We'll look it up.
But yeah, it's been fun. It's been interesting. And I will say that I'm happy to be back.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know why. Just there's a few like little nuances of Canada. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
And I don't quite know or understand why you would want to leave here to live in Canada. Do you?
Probably if you want less commercialized living, Canada makes sense. If you want less people in your community, Canada makes sense. If you want the ability to farm or something, Canada may make sense because their housing is cheaper, their land is cheaper. If you want healthier eating, maybe Canada makes sense because they don't do the GMO things and the antibiotics in the animals like we do here. That's what I got.
The guy at the border crossing going in said that Canada had great fishing. Maybe that's another one.
That's another one. And snow.
Well, besides the fishing, all those are things like I like the idea of snow, but I don't ever want to live in snow.
Same.
Not to the degree of which they would probably have. That guy Logan at the hotel, he said that he worked in negative 48 degrees Celsius. Like,
hard pass.
Outside.
I don't even want to work at 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
He worked outside. He was like, people don't even have heat most of the time in those temperatures. Like, it's just too cold. It's like ridiculous.
It didn't work for me.
But nonetheless.
Look at this road like this. It's like a little roller coaster. Kind of fun.
Got some wind turbines over there. And they're not growing anything out here. If they're growing anything, they're growing rocks.
No, it's federal land. This is all federal land.
For what purpose?
Because the wind turbines on it, I guess. But I don't know what for. That's what I was trying to find.
I wonder how many truckloads it takes to
Maybe it's where one of their bunkers are.
to make a wind turbine. Because you're going to have at least 3 truckloads for the blades. And then I would assume that the rest of the construction, you're probably looking at maybe another. So we're talking 6 truckloads.
Do you remember when we were in Colorado last year? I think it was Colorado where we pulled over on the side of the road and I made the short or the video about the wind turbines, and the next exit was actually where they built them.
Oh yeah.
And they're actually from China.
Yeah, the cop.
Like we're importing Chinese wind turbines.
The state patrol that rolled up on us. He's like, "What are you doing?"
And I was just like, "I just want to make a video." And he's like, "All right."
He's like, "If you go up another exit, that's where they make them."
He was telling me where
we drove by that.
But what's funny is these are from China, and China has part ownership in the ones that are in Colorado. I don't know about the rest of the place.
I'm just thinking like of what it takes to manufacture them, what it takes to transport them, what it takes to construct them.
They're a massive waste of money.
When, no pun intended, would it ever even break even?
It won't. It won't. Didn't you see the one that was on fire that one time last summer while we were driving? The top of it was on fire. How do you get up there to put that out? That's my question. You don't. There's a lot of them up there. And most of the time you don't even see them moving. And it's like, there's a ton of wind. What are you doing? Like, why are you still? But yeah, all federal land. On all these little plateaus. That's all the wind turbines on them.
I'm glad we had those little snacks because there's nothing out here.
No, I looked it up and I was going to tell you, but I didn't want to if you were going to be hangry, I didn't want to cause the hangry. So I was like, I'm just not going to say anything.
How long we got till sustenance?
A minute.
Pretty much the entire way.
No, I mean there's stuff, but it's not stuff you're gonna want.
All right, so like what's out here?
Nothing out here, but in about 40 miles, there's like a Taco Bell and a Wendy's.
In about 40 miles?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are all these?
These are, you know what? Are these grasshoppers?
Yes.
All right, so Alyssa showed me this video of these grasshoppers. It's like covering the whole side of a house, right? Which is crazy. But now it makes sense.
What is that?
Grasshoppers.
Because I found grasshoppers in my rims.
Yep.
In my wheels.
This is interesting out here. There's a house.
What do you? That's a nice house.
In the middle of nowhere. That's a government house. That's probably a safe house.
Yeah, this is the no, it's not a house. It's like it's a faux house.
And you go underneath, and that's all bunker. That's what I'm saying. That's what the wind things are for.
You know, you found a bunker in
I did find a bunker in New Mexico. Yeah.
In New Mexico. For $500 a night.
$515. Underground bunker.
If shit hits the fan, the price gonna go up.
Probably.
Supply and demand. But you can literally. So basically, that bunker that you found in New Mexico, you can just put a house on top of it. No one would ever know.
Yeah.
And so, but really, it goes on. It's got this intricate underground tunnel system. What's up, kid?
This feels like a part of Stranger Things.
It feels like a part of Stranger Things.
Yeah, the part in Stranger
The upside down?
No, they're in this like deserty looking area.
Deserty?
Oh, when they're
And then there's like the part where it like goes under.
from the last season where
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stoner delivery guys
Yeah.
driving the van to take them to. Yeah, you're
And
right.
They go up and then she
Yeah.
pop off.
And there's a random telephone booth.
I heard the last season wasn't very good.
It wasn't, but like it was.
It was a little off. It wasn't like the rest of the season. So it was like,
It was good, but it was also like not good.
no, Sadie Sink was great in that one, but
Of course, yes.
the
I didn't like back then.
I didn't. Yeah, Vecta. I wasn't a fan. Vecna? Is that what it is? I don't know. Broski. I wasn't a fan.
But the thing is, like, he's also the person who also plays Vecna, who was one, is also in Twilight, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
I never really watched it, so I don't know.
I know. We watched it on a small TV in the van.
Yeah, I never really
That was
watched it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll check it out. I'm not.
Right there. That thing.
Yeah,
That thing right there in the
super
middle. You're right.
random. Little blind out there. Well, they had hate back here, so somebody's doing something.
Somebody owns that side.
I like
Government
the part-
owns this side.
Government.
The best part was from roller skate.
At least you have to worry about like having crappy neighbors, because there's nobody out here.
But see, I'm talking about having neighbors. There's a difference.
So now it doesn't even say where we are. So we are
Government.
west of Kevin.
You know why it doesn't say, so they can't tell anybody if they.
This
come in and swoop you up.
is like being out in Nope.
Nope. The movie Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was such a dumb movie.
it was a really dumb
It
movie.
was so stupid.
Really?
I like Keke Palmer and I
Really
like
dumb
the other
movie.
people, but man, that was a stupid movie. It was so stupid. Even your mom started watching. She said, "Nope." It was just like, man, that's why they titled it that way. Am I gonna finish watching this movie? Nope. Can I walk away from it though? Because I'm already invested. Nope. Is it good? Nope.
Some cattle
Would I
out
watch
there.
it again? Nope. There's two.
Some.
I don't know if maybe that's not what that is. Maybe
Maybe they're fake.
they're fake.
Maybe. No, wait, no, those are moving.
Okay, maybe they're not cattle.
Are they moving?
Dun dun dun. I don't see any movement.
It looked like they were moving for a second. Maybe we've just been out here so long, it's like a mirage. My
Hey, Glacier County.
mind's playing tricks on me.
I like that song.
There's a bunch of pile boxes.
Range stock at large.
But I see fences. Why are they at large?
That's a good question.
There.
Yeah, they're right
There's a
there.
few over there. So, fortunately, the sun is out. For
Right.
multiple reasons, the sun is out. That's a good thing.
I'm trying to get you some coverage there.
The sun is out. That's a plus because we were in a little bit of a hazy situation in Alberta.
From the wildfire smoke. But it's supposed to be moving back down into the States right now.
Which even if the sun isn't clearly visible, UV still penetrates.
Yes.
You can still.
As I realized
Get
by the sunburn on my
sunburn.
nose yesterday after standing out with the tire situation.
I'm gonna put the tire situation on Squirrel Tribe Life if anybody wants to see it.
Okay.
But the other thing is that somebody left a comment and they were like, "You gotta watch out for the buffalo
I never saw a buffalo.
or bison or cattle. It doesn't matter.
I don't think we went into the areas that have that kind of thing though. We didn't go up into Canada.
Like if it's dark, you gotta watch out because they'll just come. You just run right. You just plow right through them.
Well, that makes sense because that would happen in Yellowstone also. Remember, if you came around a bend too fast, there's just a
man.
whole herd of.
No, you come around a bend too fast. There's a whole herd of stupid people standing around trying to
Take pictures of bison.
die by bison.
Or
taking
bear.
pictures like, oh, take a selfie with
Yeah.
the cute bison.
That's true. That's true.
I wonder, as I know, I've heard stories of people riding motorcycles and literally slicing through deer.
Did you not see that car with the for sale sign in the windshield?
How much they want?
I don't know. It was like an old 4Runner kind of thing, but
Shoot. Turn
who's
around.
gonna see it?
You saw it? You saw it?
I got nothing.
But you had a good question earlier.
I always have good questions. Which one was it?
And it was, how do people out here meet people? Like,
Yeah, I don't.
like relationships.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea. Because it's not like you're going to the grocery store or
Is this why they
coffee
made?
shop.
Is this why they made Farmers Only?
Probably. It's also probably why they made polygamy.
Polygamy?
Polyamorous.
Oh, is that the same thing?
You just find it's as many like people of the same sex, or like one guy's like there's like
gotcha.
3 women who
I
live
got
up there.
you.
I'm just gonna bring them all. That way I have.
Oh, whoa, but for them also, there's like there's not many guys. So.
Yeah. They're like, sure, why not? We'll share.
Huh.
There's never attractive people in any of those relationships. It's really weird.
The guy meets a woman, right? And the woman's got like 3 sisters, and they're like, he's the only guy in town. They're like, come on.
Ugh.
Come on.
Ugh. There's a lot of don't knock it till you try it kind of things out there, but that's not one of them.
But you ain't tried living out here.
No, I meant like sister wiving it.
What crop do you think that is?
Kale. I'm probably wrong, but it looks crunchy like kale.
Is that like seaweed?
Is that what your mom said? It is.
And some people are like, how's she gonna talk about your mom like that? Well, literally, that's what
his mom said.
But I guess, hang on. We need to come up with devise a way so that we can have this conversation. So I've got the talking Tic Tacs. When I have the Tic Tacs, I talk. You don't talk until you get Tic Tacs. Okay? I don't want you talking over me. You don't have to Tic.
Laughing is not talking. Oh. I'm trying to be elegant, but I don't know how. There you go.
That's got to be one of the dumbest
I know.
things I've heard, but the response to it was epic. The response to it was epic.
There's so many wind turbines over there.
There's what?
Wind turbines.
Oh. Well, we only got 2 or 3 more miles to go here, and then we get introduced to something new. So that's exciting.
That's what you think. You're just going to go left into more of it. I mean, it's really pretty out here, though. Look, there's another random
All right,
house.
so we got to, address the elephant in the room. Which you always say it when we drive to places like this. Where do you get your food? Where do you get groceries? Where's Chick-fil-A? Where's Starbucks? Like, can you ever have ice cream? Like, these are all good questions.
Well, I know you got to make your own, but I'm looking and it's like, I don't see...
They make their own ice cream.
Probably, but I mean, I see a house, but there's no animals around it. There's no garden around it. There's no nothing like that. So does this house drive to a neighbor? Because I know that's how a lot of people do. They say, hey, if you live out in the middle of Bumble, you go to your neighbor who raises cattle and you buy a slab of beef and you have to have a deep freezer and all this other stuff. And then you go to another neighbor who has tomatoes.
Where do you get the deep freezer from?
Amazon.
Amazon ain't coming out here.
Yeah, I don't know how when you live out here, like it's literally just fields and then like a random house in the middle of it, but there is no vegetable gardens. There's no animals except for those few grasshoppers and the cows that we saw.
Good eating.
Well, but that's visible from here. Maybe on the flip side of all of this there is, but we've seen 2 houses so far as a little community.
I feel like people out here should all have helicopters.
I feel like if you have enough money to own this land, you should definitely have a helicopter.
I wonder what would it look like, because you could see some of these pathways in this field. If I threw the drone up, if it would like look like signs or something.
Oh, that movie's also stupid, but I like it.
That movie's also
Swing
stupid.
away. Swing away.
Well, that was M. Night Shyamalan, right?
Shamalama. Yes.
Shama.
I like his stuff. The Village is still one of my favorites. Not so much as the something water elephant.
Lady in the Water?
Lady in the Water?
I
think that's the one. I think maybe that's the one. And then there was another one.
Old?
That wasn't that great.
Was it Old?
Older.
No, Old.
Oh, no, I like Old.
Was it called Old?
But I don't think M. Night Shyamalan
Old
is
C10.
him. I don't know.
That old barn find.
I don't know how to say his name.
That's like Amelia Hartford. She's like, I found this barn find. They're like, people in the comments like, it wasn't in a barn.
Yeah. It wasn't hard to find. It was on Auto Trader.
I think the barn find is just relative. Like, that's not in a barn either. It's just sitting in the grass on a farm.
Yeah.
This is vast out here.
Vast.
This is.
Look, like I told you.
Now look, there's some
0.7.
there's some stuff going on over there.
Yeah. You're gonna end up going left towards the stuff over there. I bet money.
Towards town.
Maybe that's the town. But I mean, it is significantly
Barren.
sparse. Okay, barren. I like that one.
Desolate.
Desolate. But it's also really pretty. Like when you stare at enough buildings long enough, it's nice seeing all of the grass and the hills and the clouds, and I bet you see all the stars out here, unless they're covered up by smoke or whatever.
You think you can see Tom Cruise out here?
For what reason?
You said stars.
You're an idiot. Why would you pick him though?
Because we're gonna go watch Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's why he's on your brain.
Mission Impossible Death. What's it called?
I don't know.
Dead Reckoning,
Dead Reckoning,
Part 1.
Part 1.
So you know that it's gonna end on a cliffhanger.
Because
You
it's
already
Part
know
2.
that.
Yeah. So you have to be prepared for it. You can't be upset.
It's not gonna end with a feel-good story, you know.
No. Watch it end like with crying or something stupid. I'll be mad.
Oh, I already know how it's gonna end.
Something of Del Bonita?
What?
Is that what that says?
Flip it around.
Del Bonita.
Flip it around and zoom in.
I can't. Del.
What does that say?
What does that say?
What is that?
Port of Del Bonita. Sure. Port. That means there's water over there.
Put it on 0.6. Let's do a little slow pan.
Okay.
This is it.
Slow pan. I'm gonna try not to drop you. No promises. And angles are weird. Sorry about that there, guys. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Try to resituate you. Is that how? I think that's how that went. There we go.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it.
We got a hanger over there.
86 degrees. I could feel it when we put it down the window. A hanger. So there's for airplanes over there. Truck speed limit 65.
It's like, you know, at the same time, the people who live out here, if you were like, hey, you should come to Florida, they'd be like, no way.
Yeah, too many people and water.
There's probably some water here somewhere, like a little pond or a lake,
There's got to be.
a little watering hole. But it looks like we got another 6.5 miles to go.
I feel like that's not going to be a town. I feel like it's going to be like one of the outfits of whoever owns all this, and that's where the owners live, and like as a ranch hands or however you want to call it, because that's what I feel like that is over there in the grove of trees. You put the trees up so you have some sort of shade for your house and your family pets and yourselves, I guess, because being out in the wide open sun is no bueno. I saw this video on Facebook Reels, and it said somewhere, I think it was Sweden, like thousands of people gather at these barns on the day that they open the barns to let the cows out that have been in the barns all winter long. It's their first day back out into the sun and the grass and the whatever to frolic around, and thousands of people show up, and these cows come bouncing out like you would think they were little baby bucking broncos. They're so excited to be outside, and they will roll in the grass and just go buck wild, and it was actually really, really cute. And then I'm like, I've never raised cows, so I don't know how this works, but do they have to stay in a barn in the winter? But if that area gets really, really cold, I guess it makes the most sense to ensure they don't freeze to death or something.
Yeah.
And to make sure they can get food because they'll be fed there, whereas the grass would be frozen.
No, maybe it's all of that.
Yeah.
All the above. We don't raise cows.
So when we're out here and you see little clumps of trees, it's because that's where somebody lives. It's a dead giveaway that there's a house, because there's a house in there in those trees. Some trees over there with a house. So you have to come out here and plant your own trees to stake your territory.
I mean, I don't know if you have to. I would imagine like they've been here for generations.
There's a movie I know you've never seen that I really, really like. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and I cannot remember the name of it. Far and Away. I know you've never seen it, but
Nope.
We're gonna watch it. It's when they were married or right before they got married or something like that. But towards the end of it, they're going to get land during the gold rush, and it was one of the more interesting parts of the movie to me. And I think about it anytime I see wide open space like this with like little houses on it in places. It makes me think of that. Like back in the gold rush days. What'd that say? What'd you laugh at?
The sign says, "Wear glasses to math class. It improves division."
That's funny. That is funny.
They're gonna have the best lawn in all of
Whatever this is.
Tarrant Road.
Tarrant Road. Okay, there we go.
I don't know what this is. I don't know where we are.
I have no idea.
Nice caddy.
Oh man. Go back, ask if they want to sell it.
Nope, no for sale sign on it.
Doesn't mean they won't sell it. I'm gonna do that at home. When we're ready to figure out where we want to move, I'm just gonna walk up to one of the houses I like and be like, hey, listen, can I have it? Can I buy your house, please? Are you ready?
Is anybody here?
I haven't seen a single living soul.
Like, I see cars.
But all of them look run down except for those. Those look drivable.
Like they operate.
Those are all,
maybe.
except for the blue truck. I don't know. And I know we sound some kind of way, but this isn't even going through Georgia. You don't really see stuff like this. So it's not. When you're driving through these areas and you don't see a single soul, you have to think to yourself, is this whole place just forgotten? Or is it still a running town?
You got to think, all right, you say forgotten, right?
Uh-huh.
It's probably passed down to younger generations, inheritance.
Like with Charles and Diana?
It's just a chicken.
Is that a chicken?
There's a chicken about to cross the road. He literally,
What is that?
did you see it?
Is that a chicken?
Yeah.
But it's like Charles and Diana. They have all this land that was passed down to them.
There's a person.
I saw the person. That was passed down to them, and then his kids didn't want it. So now they're like,
So if this was passed on, like for instance, it was passed on to us, we ain't gonna be out here.
No.
All right, what if we got a house?
Not that often. Not that
I
often.
mean, yeah, we would make it something, but it wouldn't be where we would live, because as much as we like privacy and whatever else most of the time, and this is lovely, all three of us would go stark raving mad if we didn't have more variety. It's just the way we are, because it's how we.
I'll tell you, my two biggest issues really
Okay.
would be the internet connection is probably not the greatest.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Really? All right. Second one would be creativity.
Yeah, when you're
So,
staring at the same
When we
grass.
walked out of, I think, Regina,
Yeah, there was.
there was nothing.
Yeah.
The creativity is as far as the eye can see, there's nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Now they're building
That's
something
kinda cool
cool
looking.
over there.
Or it's done
I don't know what they're doing.
and got left behind, because those are old trailers or containers.
Well, that semi was still running the fan. So I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It is definitely interesting, though.
So it looks like there's some activity going on over there.
Oh, down here. Oh, yeah, no, that's definitely. I'll show you guys this part. Something happening down in there. Yep. There's a town or something going on. But right now, what we're driving through, not really.
So the lack of creative, just walking out and just being inspired by my surroundings, I wouldn't have much here.
Now, in Grand Teton, although
Grand Teton,
it's a little different.
Right, you're right.
I don't think we could live there either, but I think we could spend a month or two there.
But I'll definitely be inspired.
Oh yeah, because it's absolutely freaking gorgeous there.
Yeah, that place is
So pretty.
Yeah, it's so pretty that we decided to go back.
Yes, that's the plan. Really excited. There's a brewery.
Turn left at the four-way stop and get hammered.
Well, hey, somebody's roofing that, so I guess it's a thing.
Huh. I wonder how much you got per square. But yeah, the oil.
Oh, there's a cemetery.
Now,
So I know you don't suck in the souls.
sucking the souls. Y'all be talking about me not splitting poles, and you over here holding your breath past the cemeteries.
Yep.
All right, so this is Glacier Community Health Center. So are we in Glacier?
It said Glacier, but
County
maybe. But we still have two hours to go to get to the other side of where we're going. Look, the road's going straight down. This feels like a ride. I was trying to do the roller coaster thing. Never mind. If we'd been going faster, it would have made more sense. But we can't do the speed limit, so there's that.
I wonder if YouTube will automatically caption.
Wee, wee, wee.
Now we're passing the Cut Bank.
Cut Bank. What is that?
Welcome to Cut Bank.
Do you see that? Or am I just having... You saw the smoke, the puff of smoke over there, right?
Yeah, some sort
Okay.
of demon
I thought maybe my eyeballs were just...
unearthing itself.
No. We're going 0.9 miles and then what?
This is a place where you might see some wild stuff at night.
You mean like Bobby Joe and Bobby Joe's?
Bobby Joe Sue-Ann?
Mm-hmm. I
No.
don't know.
Because out here, there would be no lights.
There would be, there's literally nothing. I couldn't be out here at night. I don't do well in like super dark.
I wonder if there's wolves in Montana.
Probably. I'm pretty sure you said you saw a wolf in crossing the road in Canada?
Maybe.
Glacier Mist RV Park. Welcome.
Might have been a dog. I don't know.
I see some cabins. There's like 2 RVs in there.
All right,
Old
now we're
school
getting
laundry, I
now
love
we're
it.
getting to the neighborhoods. This is the residential section here.
Look, Mountain View. Baptist Church. Sermon. Beware.
Man,
Anger destroys.
I was looking.
Hey,
I
that's...
was like, how do you see mountains? I didn't realize the name of the church is called Mountain View.
But that's a good sermon to have. Anger destroys. Angry people are the ones who need to work on the anger and recenter themselves.
Yeah, but they got to do something about it first.
Yeah. Acknowledge it and then do something about it.
All these different
So here's the area where I said you could eat,
injections of anger,
but
ain't nobody doing nothing about it.
nothing over here is above a 3 out of 5 stars for whatever.
Well, it's on a sliding scale, so whoever's got the 3 is the best.
All right, so the Palace Casino it is.
Lucky Lil's Casino.
Pizza Hut.
Albertsons.
I know, there's Albertsons. I saw that. They have a deli in
Let
there,
me
but
ask-
it's got a 3.4.
Oh, okay. Does the grocery store get a score?
Well,
Or like,
for the food that they prepare in there, they do.
but the grocery store itself doesn't.
No,
So what about the food that they sell?
it's packaged somewhere else, so they don't get a score on that.
Huh.
Huh.
Much like what you learned today.
Hey, Taco John's.
As far as packaging, production. Is that video going up today?
Packaging production.
In Canada?
Oh, yeah, that'll go up later tonight.
Stark differences. The simplest of things that
Yeah.
we probably take for granted on a regular basis.
Put that thingy back on.
I thought somebody standing up there. I was like, oh snap.
Oh, no.
That was wild.
Man, my ears pop.
Now we're going over this gorge. So this is Montana. This is where Eva Zubek wants to end up relocating to after her years of traveling through, I think, Central America in like a Land Cruiser or something.
Wait till you get over to the Glacier National Park and the mountains and the waterfalls and the lakes and rivers. That might be a turning point for a lot of people. Grand Teton for us, it's the same kind of thing. You know?
If it's affordable, that's one thing, but then you get to the whole winter situation. Because like even Grand Teton, we saw the signs where they shut down the park for months because you
couldn't get in.
You have to have a snowmobile.
Yeah.
And then I think that's what. Well, no, that'd be the safest time because the bears would be hibernating.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't see any bears last time.
No. We did not. Just a bunch of mosquitoes.
I forgot about the mosquitoes.
Man, the mosquitoes. So many.
Yeah, about that.
That's why I have the spray and the zapper thingy majiggy. And you have pants somewhere in your back.
They bit me through my pants last time.
Same.
They bit me through my pants. They bit me through the hoodie.
Be less tasty. That's all I got for you.
Maybe they won't. We just left Canada. I had all the Canadian food. I don't have the GMOs in me, so
There you go.
they'll be like, "Who is this?"
You don't smell sweet. You don't smell high fructose corn syrupy.
Corn syrupy.
Mm-hmm.
Corn syrupy.
Yep.
I joked earlier that we could have live streamed the entire trip.
I feel like we could have. We haven't lost service at all.
And there's that one spot you had like 1 bar 4G LTE.
That's that.
But we should do that one day. Do a live stream on a road trip. See how many people like.
We'd have to show them the road trip though, instead of looking at our mugs.
We could do it. We could do like a split screen.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of bears, it says "Be Our Voice" and it's got a coyote and a bear.
What do they want us to say?
They're showing how friendly they are with their cubs. So I guess
trap free. It said trap
yeah.
free.
Look at all those cows just standing there.
They don't want you to be trapping them.
Trapping.
Thirst trapping.
They're trapping the bears and the wolfies.
A bear had an arch in his back. Her back.
You're special.
So, this is Road Trip 2023. Some people have said thank you for taking us along. And I got to say thank you for
Going along.
Yeah, watching.
Yeah. And interacting.
For sure.
Yeah.
Even the people who try to help me find tires.
Yes. Thank you very much to everybody who's like, go check this store, check this store. The downside, not even downside, but in Canada, a lot of things are closed on Sunday.
The biggest downside was we were in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Between Calgary and Saskatoon, which is ultimately there's a Porsche dealership in either one of those locations.
Yeah.
Porsche is not open on the weekends.
No.
So that's a downside.
Yeah.
And even if they were, and they had the tire, which I would assume that they would because it's the OEM spec.
Mm-hmm.
The tires are 40% more expensive for the same tire.
But also keep in mind, a lot of people were like, I can't believe you're so upset that you might have to stay another day or two in Canada. And it's like, you're not understanding. We do have the next day booked. So we've already paid for our hotel in Montana, and I can't get the money back because it's within 24 hours.
We had to forfeit one night because we just chose not to stay in Regina
another night, yeah.
But then it's like, you have to book in advance so you have the booking, but you don't want to book too far in advance in case you can't make it or you want to stay longer somewhere. But if you wait too long, for instance, the KOA was like... I was about to
say, the KOA, I called them because we're supposed to be in a KOA tomorrow night, but we can't even get tires put on until Wednesday or Thursday. So I had to call the KOA and I was like, hey, listen, I have this reservation with you guys on Monday night, because today's Sunday?
Yeah.
On Monday night that I need to cancel. And she's like, well, you're going to have to, you'll lose your deposit. And I was like, I was explaining to her what happened. And she goes, well, how about this? I'll just move it a couple days down the road and maybe you'll make it here by then. And I was like, that's perfect. So she worked with me. She had a thought that I hadn't thought of. She moved it to a better day. And then if it looks like we can't be there by that day, we either hold back and try, I don't know, because we'll figure it out.
We're going to try.
Yeah, we're going to try.
We're crossing our fingers that Discount Tire does what they normally do and gets the tires early.
Yes, because then we can make it.
What we ended up doing was ordering the tires. I ordered them last night.
From Canada.
But to ship in Montana.
Yep.
A few days ahead of us. So we just decided, all right, we're going to make the journey and make our way towards these tires instead of just sitting here waiting until Monday to call Porsche to see what their situation was. And in best case scenario, they had them. Best case scenario is they had the tires. We would then have to drive 2 hours out of the way to Calgary to pay 40% more for the tires and then odds are there wouldn't have been an open appointment either.
No, because then you would have had to get a room for that night, lose the money you spent on the room you already had booked, plus the 2 hours. Y'all, this is the smartest way for us to make sure everything works. We're going to make it to our hotel tonight. Yes, we are driving 45 miles an hour the entire way. So a 5.5 hour drive is going to take us 8. But it's working out fine. The Porsche spare tire is basically a real tire on a real rim. Like, it's not your little donut spare. So people are like, I can't believe it. No, it's fine. This one is better. It's working. We made it work.
We've made it work.
We've made it work. We were prepared. All kinds of stuff.
And we made it work by being as descriptive as possible in stating that the Porsche Macan GTS needed tires.
Yes.
Preferably Michelin Pilot Sport 4S 295 35 21.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be like, oh, you're driving a Porsche, but no. So people
Here's a cowboy.
Hey, there's a cowboy. So that people understood what was going on, and many people try to help. A lot of people said, hey, come through. I got a place for you to stay. Come to whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of really nice, sweet people, right?
Yes.
So it's yeah.
But I think what's great.
But if we were driving the Jeep, they'd say something about the Jeep too.
Yeah, but I think what's great, and this is, I guess this is braggy, and it is what it is. But what is great about it is that the way you handle things, and the way we handle things, and how this could have been such a massive issue for so many different people, emotionally, or like fighting over stuff or whatever else. But we communicate the whole time, and so there's none of that.
Oh yeah, they'll see you when they watch the video.
Yeah. Getting dark over there.
But much like everything else, like you're not locking it. You're just you're not locking.
Because it's not lightning you.
Okay, now
That was locked.
But we've always like pulled through. Like it's like no obstacle really. It's just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Take this joker head on together.
Yep.
Now, in the beginning, we were considering, at the beginning of this trip, which I guess that's another video we need to make. How did we meet?
Mountains.
How did Squirrel Tribe and Mr. Squirrel Tribe,
Mr. Squirrel Tribe,
or Squirrel Tribe's husband,
yes,
meet?
You see the mountains?
I do.
They're just in the haziness. Is it hazy?
So
or
now we got to go back
away?
to that same spot on the lake in Grand Teton and see if there's any difference because of the haze.
Oh yeah, we do. I'm okay with that because that's one of my favorite pictures in my phone.
Beautiful place.
I'm like, that's where I would put a house. If I could put a house anywhere, it'd be right there, and I could spend all summer there, and then in the winter go back to Florida and just back and forth the whole time.
I wonder if there's
we
a
could
Freedom
do
Boat.
that.
I wonder if there's a Freedom Boat Club. We can go get a boat at Grand Teton.
Please hold. No, I have to look. But also, can you imagine? Like that would be absolutely amazing.
What's that?
When after she graduates and she's figured out what she wants to do, if she's out on her own or if she wants to stay with us, however, we could Airbnb something in Grand Teton for summer months, and then go back home later. What if? I don't know. I'm thinking out loud.
There's a lot of options and possibilities.
Because that would be so much fun.
Because as we were looking at the Airbnbs, they offered longer stays than just a few nights. But one of the things I was considering in the beginning was we were going to get the Thule roof rack, but instead of getting the cargo box, I was going to put the basket up there.
Yeah.
And then I was going to grab an extra wheel. That was the problem. I was going to grab an extra wheel and put it in the rack, right? In the basket. And then I had to get some cable locks so people wouldn't steal the wheel, right? But then it's like, well, I'm on a staggered setup. So I'd have to grab two. I had to grab one front, one rear. But the basket's not very big.
No.
It would have been very clunky. We got really good fuel economy, given we're not in sport.
Yeah.
That really would have destroyed our fuel economy.
Somebody said to me, they made a comment and they didn't like my response, but they're like, wow, I'm speechless. They made a comment, for somebody so smart, why weren't you more prepared? Really, only a spare? And it's like, where did you expect me to fit a 21-inch rim and full tire inside this vehicle?
Wasn't there a misspelling and grammatical error?
Not that one.
Okay.
No. But how did you expect an entire wheel to fit inside this vehicle and luggage? Like, use your brain.
This is one of the few. So I would have to assume that the Cayenne, Macan, and Panamera probably have spares. I gotta check. Taycan, no.
Nope.
All that space is for batteries. 911, not gonna happen. I don't think that. Yeah, 911's not gonna happen. 718 Cayman, not gonna happen. So that worked out. But when it comes to these rentals, we actually saw that today when you pulled up a local rental in Florida, right? And they listed it today and already had applications showing pending, right? Yeah. Because they had a very desirable rental property. Whereas there are other rentals on the market that just sit. So I think this is going to be a little bit like indicative of what we're going to see happening in general. But if you have that desirable property, then you are not bound by every other metric of the economy. You'll have people lining up. You'll still have your pick of the litter. You'll still be able to command a premium for that rental. Now, on the flip side, inversely, those who do not have the most desirable rental properties would be the ones that we would look for if we were going to spend time traveling around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the country, around the world. But at the end of the day, it's like, look, you've got an Airbnb in wherever. We're looking to go anywhere. No one's renting this from you. So we will offer to rent it for 30 days at a discount.
Mm-hmm.
And at least you got some money coming in. And I think that we're going to see that happening more, especially when we have so many people out here sitting on these Airbnb investment rental properties, which we will probably also see happening in Florida near us with these condos, which when we get back, we're going to start building out our calendar for exploration and review of all of these properties, and bringing you guys along with us if you want to join us over on Squirrel Tribe Life, as well as other businesses, restaurants, and anything and everything pretty much in our area.
Yeah.
And outside, as far as probably Mobile and even Tallahassee.
Yeah. I am going to hit up that Costco in Pensacola one day, though. Random.
Well, Pensacola. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, because Mobile has the Planet Smoothie.
Yeah. No. Mobile's got
Planet Smoothie?
Yeah, Planet Smoothie, yeah. I was thinking Smoothie King.
I think there's a Costco in Mobile too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is.
And literally, we make a day of it.
Yeah.
We make a day of it.
Freedom Boat Club won't let me log in. It says my password's wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're stupid because I know my passwords. It won't
But
let
they
me
just
in. They keep redoing these things,
Yeah.
so it should let me in on the computer, so I'll check later.
You know what? I got an email yesterday. It says your new bank card will be delivered soon. I'm like, what? I didn't order a bank card. So I look up my bank card today, and you know when it expires?
Probably 2027.
26. I'm like, so why are you sending me a new card? So I log into my app. Now here's the plus. Here's the plus. As soon as I log into the app, it gives me an update about the card.
Mm-hmm.
So
you know it's
legit.
real.
It's
Yeah,
legit.
it's legit.
Because
there's other ones where it's not.
When I clicked on the email address from Bank of America, it came up with like 10 different emails. And I'm like, so I went to an older Bank of America email that I knew was legit. It had the same 10 emails. I'm like, okay. So I open the app, and the app's like, nope, your card's coming, this, that, and the other. Go ahead and activate these new features. So now I'm assuming that my new card is coming because it has the ability to have these new features.
Which would be?
I don't know. I didn't set them up. That's number one. But I need to call and ask and clarify, why am I getting a new card?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys authorize this, or did someone else? Because if someone else did, then that means somebody hacked my profile, right? But then the other thing, as I'm sitting here telling you this story, is you didn't get a notification that you're getting a new card, or did you?
Same bank?
Bank of America.
Yeah, no. Did you check your profile to make sure your address hadn't been changed?
No, because it shows it going to. It even shows the address it's going
Okay.
to. Like even in the email, which is I was like,
so
that's kind of interesting.
That's new.
But at least, I mean, I think that's a good thing, so that like it does kind of like let people know, like, hey, your new card's coming and here's where it's going, so you don't freak out.
I got your 12-month savings rate offer. That's the only thing I see.
But as soon as you log in, it didn't say anything.
Mm-mm.
So when we get where we're going, I'll hit them up. I'll probably do the chat. I think the chat.
Is it your bank debit card or is it a credit card?
Debit card.
Okay. I got nothing for you.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah. My tailbone's going to sleep sitting in this car.
That was really weird. If anybody else has Bank of America and you got a random email update, and when you log into your app it tells you got a new card coming, let me know.
Yeah.
Is this normal or is this unique? for my particular situation, somebody's trying to steal my identity, fraud me. Spoiler alert, there's no money in that account. That's the other video I need to make. How we didn't pay for any of this trip.
Yeah.
And clarification for clarification purposes, neither has anyone else.
Yes, I was about
watching.
to say. People who think that when they watch a video, they're putting money in our pockets, you personally are not. It costs you not a single penny. Nothing of yours is paying us. None of that kind of stuff. So rest easy.
All the ads that you guys do not like watching on YouTube that don't cost you anything to watch.
Yeah.
Those are what pay creators through YouTube's partner program and ad revenue.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if you decide that you want a super chat or super thanks or join a membership or donate or any of those other added costs that you agree to.
Yeah, that's different.
But just because you watch the videos, which we take our time, effort, energy, and money to create, doesn't mean that you have paid into it. Even if you have YouTube Premium, all right, yeah, we do get a portion of our revenue from AdSense and partner program through Premium, but
it's like 0.05%.
Doesn't
really do anything.
Hopefully, less people have Premium is all I can say.
Yeah, watch the ads.
But that's just it. I want to explain how, as a business entity being set up, the business earns revenue, income, ultimately, that can then be a pass-through.
Look at the cows, kid. Look at all the little baby cows.
It's a calf.
I was saying, you know what? Oh my gosh, I've never seen a cow lift its leg to like chew on itself.
Chocolate milk cow. But you get it set up right, and then you set it up so that it pays you a salary, a modest salary, keep the watchdogs at bay. And then the business is going to have, ultimately, it should have profit, net income. That net income ultimately would become a pass-through to you personally, which then you would have to pay taxes on. But if there are business expenses to go against those, then it ultimately reduces your net income.
Which therefore reduces the taxes you owe.
But yet you're still making your same salary. So it doesn't really affect you. You don't have to pay, I think it's a chipmunk or muskrat.
Muskrat, like we saw in Medicine Hat. He said, wee, on the last one.
So you don't have to pay personally. Your income stays the same. And the business pays. This is a business. These are expenses. What is going on over there?
I can't find it now that I've zoomed in. Y'all stay with me for a second while I try to figure out where the smoke is. There it is. I'm like, is it a stampede? Where? Up ahead of us on the right.
Maybe it's a guy with a baseball bat and he just got it on his foot.
You're special.
He's going to get dizzy. He's got a pinata somewhere. He's got to hit.
Pinatas are fun though. They just put little bottles of tequila in there.
But yeah, so the entire trip is a business expense for the businesses that we operate. And I wanted to make a video about that so that people can understand and identify how these things can work to their advantage. To take advantage of these opportunities, money-making, earning opportunities, side hustle opportunities, but also the tax savings and tax advantages of these opportunities.
Yeah. So this little section of area I could probably live in because you can see the mountains. And I wonder on a non-hazy day, it's still kind of hazy even here, but not as bad as it was in Canada at all. I wonder if you can see like the snow on those or anything.
Speaking of Canada, people were asking if we had to prove our status to enter into Canada.
Here's what you tell me all the time. Google knows. That's what you tell me all the time. Google knows.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you another thing. I can tell you an answer, right? But then I can also then tell you trust but verify.
Yes. I would always say trust but verify.
Trust but verify.
So somebody asked me on my last video that I put up, they made the comment of, I thought you were smarter than that, but I guess blah, blah, blah. And I wanted, y'all, you don't know me, but I want to be like, listen, don't be a...
Sarah got you. Sarah
will get me
Sarah
every
knows
time.
you.
I love Sarah. Thank you, Sarah K. She's got me every single time. But I was like, literally, all you have to do is, hey, Google, do you have to have this to go to Canada? And it will say,
Hey Siri,
travel restrictions have been lifted. And at that point, you'll go, well, they didn't go last summer, but they've gone this summer. So if you can actually two and two it, you would understand why.
as well as Canada is a very large country.
Also that part.
Therefore, when things happen in Canada, it doesn't happen to everybody.
Also that.
So, but a lot of those comments do come from a place of concern and just, wanting to make sure that everybody's okay. So I get that. But we intentionally went west as we were at that breaking point
Yeah.
of what do we do now? Where do we go?
Yeah.
Because east, the weather was less than ideal.
Yeah.
So,
Is that a Popo? That
sheriff.
was a sheriff.
So, east was Ontario, Montreal, Toronto, like
All the places we actually want to go to. Also,
but all the places that were getting
just hammered by floods and tornadoes even. But I'm really glad we went west, or else we never would have gone to Moose Jaw. And I really liked Moose Jaw.
Moose Jaw, the tunnels of
Moose Jaw were one of the most fun things we've done.
I saw it and I was like, look, all right, we're going to try it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You sent it to me and I was like, what is this? But I like stuff like that, so it was. Gus was great. That's all I got to say. Gus
that was
great.
really cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And shout out to anybody who is interested in drama or acting or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And wants to do like era specific work.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That was really cool. Gus's accent for like drunk Chicagoan was great.
That was cool. And then also the history behind how.
Gus, what was his real name again?
I don't know.
Clyde?
I don't know.
No.
It's on one of your videos.
It is on one of my videos.
It's on one of your videos.
Actually, you sent me a text.
Oh, shoot. See, look.
See?
Always prepared.
We're always prepared. If he knows I'm going to forget something because I have the memory of a grasshopper, he will, or squirrel, that makes way more sense. He'll send me something. I don't know how long ago you sent it.
We sent a lot of messages back.
We sent a lot of messages back and forth. We like to keep everything going. As much as we talk to each other in here, we're messaging each other all the time. Literally can sit next to each other and message each other at the same time. I know it might be dumb to y'all, but it's great. Like I'll send him, he'll be sitting at the kitchen table at home and I'll be sitting on the couch and I'll just send him a thing that says psst, and I'll wait till he looks up and I'll be like, sup? And that's it. Or I'll send an I love you to watch him smile, and then it's fun. Anyway.
And we also learned a lot about the Chinese heritage.
I haven't talked about that yet. I was going to talk about that on the main channel too.
In Canada, which I did not know.
Oh, his name was Calvin. I knew it started with a C. So Calvin was Gus, Lindsay was Fanny, and Tiara was Kitty. Yes.
Go check it out.
You have to go check it out. That's the Al Capone tunnel tour in
Chicago
something. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember, but it was really, really cool.
And then there's two more outside of that. We bought T-shirts. She bought a moose.
Yes, she got a moose.
Moose Jaw actually had a lot because after we left the little town, they got Honda, Toyota,
Ford,
everything.
Yeah, everything.
Honestly, I felt like these little areas in Canada were like super remote, but like there's a Walmart over, like there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And the KFC was smelling good.
The KFC smelled so good. Now I want Publix fried chicken.
I said I wanted a cologne that smelled like KFC. She's like,
I will gnaw on you all day long. It's a horrible idea. Like, are you a vampire? No, he smells like chicken. What do you want me to do? Yeah, so I can see the smoke thingy, but it literally looks like when there's like a stampede and all the smoke is going up behind stuff, but it's not moving. So maybe but it's white smoke. Does grass burn white? I was about to say maybe they're like burning off in areas so they can plant stuff. I don't know if that's how that works though. Hey, horses.
this place is wild.
Right now, right here reminds me of New Mexico with the rail line right here and then the flat space. Remember? But it was really, really dark. And
yeah, we got to New Mexico. It was real dark.
That was last summer. Yeah.
And the train, we knew the train was next to us.
Yeah.
But
so there's the probably a grain silo.
So it'll pull up, get loaded here
on the other side. Yeah, because they have the chute that goes down and then it just drops into the open hopper car, and then it keeps moving. Montana Wheat Growers Inc. Merriweather. They all look exactly the same, which is what's interesting.
I guess I wonder what the future is of this, because you know that it's pretty much structured in a way where it is what it is, you know? So how do you continuously convince people to keep doing this when they know, like, look, this is how much you're going to make. You're never going to make any more. This is it.
I think this kind of stuff works out very well for people who are severe introverts, maybe, or who prefer solitude, or who just don't like people in general, or cities and things like that, who like the lay of the land. But you have to think that most of the people that are doing it were raised doing it, so it's second nature to them to do it.
Okay.
There's not going to be that many people that live in the middle of Atlanta and go, you know what, I want to own a farm in Montana and live in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Do you think the people out here like kind of like limit the reach so they don't have access to too much internet?
I would think
what could be on the other side of that hill.
I would think possibly, but no, because you got to think that there's people out there who live in places like this, and they watch TV, they get movies and stuff, and they think to themselves, I want to go do that. I don't want to, I'm tired of looking at this hill and that cow and that horse, you know, I want to go wherever. But then there's other ones who look at it and go, man, that seems like a whole lot. That's too much. That looks overwhelming. Because anything outside of this has got to be overwhelming for somebody who lives in this.
Ain't no hoes out here.
I thought you said no hoes. I'm like, you don't know what these girls are like. They could just be super hoey.
No. HOAs.
Yeah, but I heard it the way I wanted to hear it, I guess. I don't know. There's some hoas in the house.
Oh.
No? Okay. Hey, horses. Buggy, look at the horses.
We got our first peak of mountains here.
Man, did you see them?
What?
The horses, they're all over the place.
We got our first peak of some good mountains here.
Yeah, we do. Ooh, y'all want to see? I think there's snow on that one. Keep getting my face in this camera.
I think that's the coolest part about these mountains is that even in the summer you can see snow on the top.
Zoom, zoom. Wait, where's the one with the snow? I think it's over there. I think there's snow over there. But y'all can see it is still hazy even here. It's not bad. Whoop, too far. It's not bad. Look, all the little animals over there. Animals and little whatevers. Okay, let's go back to where we were. Okay, there you go. In the cut.
But we got another 104 miles to go.
Says it's going to take us 2 hours, which is wrong because every couple of minutes it adds another minute. It's like you're not doing. Why aren't you doing the speed limit? You're doing 45.
All right, let me throw another question out.
To me or them?
To anybody.
Okay, I'm ready.
If we got 103 miles to go and we're doing 45 mile an hour, how long will it take us to get there?
Hold on, I got to do this in my head. I don't know. Oh, don't make me do that. I have to pee if I laugh too hard.
If anybody knows, drop it in the comments. We got 103
Don't use
miles
a calculator.
to go. We're doing 45 miles. We don't have to rely on the GPS to say when it's going to get there, even though GPS keeps recalculating the time we're going to arrive, because the GPS is expecting us to do the average speed of 70.
And we're doing not half that, but an average of 45. A lot of cows out there. Well, I guess not. They're all like spread out.
Next video we bring to you from this channel will be in Montana. Well, we're already in Montana, but like
farther in Montana.
Stuff to see. The next video I'll scroll. Besides just us sitting in the car.
Oh, stuff to see. I was like, what are you saying?
Yeah, stuff to see. Like,
okay, I got
we'll show you like around. Okay. Squirrel Tribe Life. Next video. I don't know what the next video is going to be.
Shit, it's not going to go in order? Or do
I don't know.
Well, you can't do the car thing until you put up line from.
Yeah, the car thing. The car thing is so far.
I was about to say no.
We're so far.
Yeah.
Look, that cloud looks like nope.
That one right there?
It looks like nope.
It does.
Or maybe
it doesn't go with it at all. Neither one of those go with y'all. Neither one of those clouds go with it.
What if it's really like that?
Because it was in Montana, wasn't it?
What if it's really...
Look. Can y'all see that cloud? And that cloud over there? They don't match. That one just like somebody drew it in. They're like, oh crap, put a cloud right here. That does not look real at all. It's like the Truman Show. And they're like, put a little cloud over here. Now make it rain. Put thunder. He hates thunder. Lightning. That's what it looks like.
That would be funny.
Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious.
But Squirrel Tribe Life, it could be, we could pick back up where we left off with the cruise in Cozumel. We could pick up where we left off with Kim and Greg at Lake Lanier.
Oh yeah.
We could pick up where we left off, where we finished with Mall of America.
And then we moved on to Fargo.
So
I liked Fargo so
I don't know.
much.
I don't know yet.
Oh, I liked the house
Oh,
in
I still
Fargo.
got to do Universal with Cowfish because I forgot all about Cowfish.
Is that a cop behind us?
No,
You sure?
I don't know.
There's some stuff on top of the car.
I still got to do Universal's Cowfish.
Yes, Cowfish. Man, now I want Cowfish. Can we go there? She wants to go to Epcot before we go home.
I don't. Oh, I thought she wanted to hang out in Georgia.
She decided she'd rather go to Epcot before we go home. And because I like Epcot, I was like, yes. I didn't say yes, but I'm on board with it if it's an option. And then we can go to Cowfish again, and I can get that sushi burger. So good. Best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Besides your mom's mac and cheese and collard greens.
And the burnt brisket ends at Maybell's.
Maybell's in Las Vegas at the Palms. Yes, that too. Do they know that they can go around us? Because, I mean, we're doing 45. The speed limit is 70, and they're just, like, tailing. You going to do it now? You figured it out? Okay, there we go. Look, I'm not an ass, I promise. It weirds me out when people just sit behind us. It's like, why aren't you going around?
It's really, they got a cup sticker. They should
But they also have that really tall antenna on their car. Like, what are you antennaing?
Maybe they were talking to that cloud up there.
Hey, there's a train.
But either way,
The cloud does look suspect.
we appreciate you guys watching. They're making a right. So they were like, should I
Do we go around?
speed up,
Do we
slam on the brakes, and turn right or what?
Smart choice.
But they are going towards that cloud, so I don't know. Anything's possible.
Just saying. Nope, they're doing a U-turn.
All right, this is
They wanted to get back behind us.
strange. It's really weird.
No, they're lost. I could tell the guy was yelling at the person in the passenger seat, like, where did you get us?
That big old antenna, you don't think that signal to get like.
Go figure it out.
But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, all the good stuff.
All the good
Stay
stuff.
tuned.
Hey, there's water. I don't know if that counts.
I can't push the button.
Oh, okay, bye.